WISK, which is now KDWB, and I was at the University of Minnesota in the broadcasting curriculum at the time, and I've never gone anywhere else but the Twin Cities ever since. I've been in Twin City Radio since 1957.
I know you best as a salesman at WCCO Radio.
Right.
And how long have you been there?
Since 1973. So it's, up to this moment, it's been about half on the air and half in the sales area. I started off as a part-time announcer and moved eventually to WTCN Radio and also WTCN Television. In 1961, I recorded an opening for a kid show called Casey Jones Express, and they played that for 15 years.
Your attention, please. Casey Jones Express. Now arriving on track 11.
I live by two philosophies, Jim, in this business, and maybe it's good for other businesses too. One is nothing lasts forever, and the other one is whenever you come to work in the morning, don't act surprised, whatever happens. The moment I remember at WLOL when I was program director there. But I want to tell you my favorite phone call, Jim. It's one I'll never forget. And I'm sure you've had incidences like this too. This guy calls me, he's on the air, and obviously he has been celebrating. He has a little bit in his craw, as we say, and
Word speech.
that's right. And he starts to talk about, at that time, 1967, because Vietnam was a big subject, probably how bad the Vikings had played that year. He did this, in about 90 seconds, and it was very confusing to follow him. And I stopped him and I said, "Sir, have you been in the sauce?" He says, "What?" I says, "Have you been in the sauce?" He says, "I've never been in Wisconsin." Very interesting, very competitive to work in the Twin Cities market. I think it's one of the best radio markets in the whole United States. To back up my statement, you hear that from people from other parts of the country, and we should be proud of that. The whole state of Minnesota should be proud of this background.
I can't follow these people. But I want to say one thing to Mr. Hamburg. I've read all your books. You didn't talk about your books. They are the best books that I have ever read. And I'm waiting for your latest one. Okay? And I want to congratulate Roundhouse Rodney's family. My husband, worked a lot with Casey and Roundhouse, and, that was just a dear, dear thing to him. He just felt so privileged to work with these people. And, I just feel so proud to be up here and accept this award on behalf of my family and Brad. And we know he's, looking down. And I can't top these speeches. I mean, they've been just astronomically wonderful. And you wouldn't, if Brad was here now, he'd be talking here for like an hour and a half. And he'd be telling jokes. And I have a few jokes I can tell, but, I can't get into that. So anyway, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and my family, how much he loved this business. I mean, this was his life. And God bless all of you for giving him this wonderful award. Thank you so much.
Tonight's Distinguished Service Hall of Fame honoree is an outstanding